We almost had them.
Yeah. But no, it's been actually something I guess we could talk about a little bit, but it's been doing pretty well. I looked at it. We spent like $42 so far. And it's so to get like a customer per customer, what is that called? Like how much cost per
conversion price or conversion
what,
per
like, the acronym is. But anyways, it's costing us like $4.50 a person, $4.50 a person, which isn't horrible, but it'd be better if we were actually like making money.
Yeah,
because we're just breaking even with the shipping charge. Some of them we're making a few bucks, which isn't the goal with the ad.
And you're betting on people returning because they actually try the samples, they like it, or at a bare minimum, they're repping the shirt now, and people go, oh, like, what's that? Or they look at the shirt one day and they're like, wait a minute, oh, you forgot about that brand, you know?
Yeah. And like I was talking to Kathy, and it was on the back of my mind when I started the ad too. Just I guess for like background about this is like we started dabbling with some Facebook social media ads.
Yeah,
again.
with a little bit more of a strategy.
Yeah, more goal
it.
and strategy planning behind it than just throwing noodles at the wall and seeing if they stick. But the goal with this is to obviously, yes, we want to at least break even with these starter packs, which if you see them, you know it. If you know, you know.
I mean, it's on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website, but you'll get the ad eventually, maybe.
Yeah, if you're cool enough.
If you're listening about it. But because Facebook's always listening. But
it is.
The main objective that I want to push on hard, because Facebook, the pixel's doing its thing. I'm going to let that do its work. I want to focus on the back end of it. So when these people get their samples, try them a day or two, within a week, I'm going to give them a fucking call.
I was going to say,
I'll call them.
And, other than just getting the money for the products, is you're getting all their name, contact information.
So we can, obviously keep them in the
where
loop
they live.
For newsletters, for new products, or breaking down products, knowledge, education. But me just trying to create a relationship with these people, letting them know that they got numero uno. They got the guy.
One of one.
Holler at me. I want to be the
Direct
guy for
access.
you, So hopefully things will work well with that. And speaking of which, I got a few videos to knock out today.
I need to get the from the pump label, which we can talk about a little bit since it's getting closer. But when you get that graphic from you, so I can finish off the little promo video we shot.
It's gonna take a little bit. Give me a little time.
Yeah,
I had to cut that bitch out.
I was hoping Homeboy could send it. It made it.
I could ask him. The thing is, I owe him money.
Yeah. So, you do. Yeah.
Well, I paid him like 70% so far
for like one of them or whatever. Yeah.
Basically, 3/4.
Yeah.
So he might say, "Hey,
finish the bill,"
which we could, but I don't want to be that strapped right now.
Yeah, I get it.
Having to pay for product, blah blah blah. But anyways, gotta shuffle the money.
I get it. Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm working on another video from a good friend and loyal customer, Matt Dalton.
Yeah.
He gave us that video,
yep.
so I'm gonna try some cool stuff with that. So I don't know, it's exciting to see this work well. I feel like for past, we've thrown thousands of dollars at ads in the past and haven't gotten dick in return. Sometimes a little bit, but never broken even. So it's cool to see this get a little bit of traction.
We were talking about it before that, cameras are on about, a lot of products are built off advertisement and marketing.
Yeah.
Which is obvious. It's not like, not speaking anything new here, but it is funny, certain shorts or shirts that are very basic or exact replicas of another brand, just with a different logo, and just the way that they either just keep hitting you in the face with these different ads, or they have different influencers wear it or use the product.
Yeah.
And they just fly off the shelf.
Because I feel like some brands, which obviously at the end of the day it's branding, you putting a logo on something and it either means something or it looks a certain way that you like it, and that's why you buy it or support it.
Yeah.
But like some of these brands could wrap shit in tinfoil and like sell it to you as like a fucking shake weight or some shit.
Yeah.
And put it in an influencer's hand. Everybody, all these young kids can be like, fuck, $57 for a piece of shit tinfoil?
Yeah. Well, this one thing I wanted to talk about was, and we were mentioning it last week, is with, we used the example of shirts, right?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, and still kind of to this day, typically for shirts, the most I'll pay is like $25. And it's really only up to that 25 mark if it's like a very specific kind of brand or a certain type of like shirt or something like that where I'm like, okay, I'll spend the money, or it's like a charity based thing.
Yeah,
I don't care that much. But to me, a shirt is a shirt. Like some things can fit a little bit better. The quality can be different. There is that. But for the most part, a shirt's a shirt, and there's no way you can dress it up or design the fabric or material to make it worth $40, $50, $60,
Yeah.
Like Dark Sport crushes it with this. They like call it limited edition. They put their logos on there, but to me, no logo is worth like $50 T-shirt. You know what I mean?
And there's not a huge difference. You can get some pretty decent blanks out there compared to like some of these tailor-made like athletic brands that make like, tailored shirts. You could get something pretty close to it and just slap a logo on it.
Yeah.
And, obviously make buku money.
Yeah.
But again, it all relates to how much you can market it and get it in somebody's face and slap them around with it. Just whap, whap, whap.
But I think it's important to have certain budgets for everyone knows like, okay, what a budget is and how to use it for like, okay, how much I'm spending and earning.
I don't know.
But, well, not everybody. But I feel like breaking it down to micro like budgets too, as far as how much you'll spend on a shirt, how much you'll spend on, let's say, hygienic products, or how much you'll spend on certain things, because if something's very important to you or feel like it improves your life a lot, maybe you'll spend the extra money on a premium pre-workout, or you'll buy shoes because you're on your feet a lot and it's worth it to you, you're getting good use out of it, versus spending a shit ton of money on I'll just keep using the example of like a shirt or something like that that's pretty simple use. You just have to pick your fights, I guess is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
And some people, I get it. Some people, that might update their appearance and make them feel more confident in themselves if they wear something like a brand.
Yeah.
So like I can see where the investment is there, where it's like, oh, well, if I'm on my feet all day, I'm going to get a nice pair of shoes. I'm going to treat myself. Oh, I lack confidence in myself, so let me, not to say it in a bad way, but like at a certain point, it's like, I need that shirt to make me feel better about myself or make me look cooler when I can look cool, and I could look cool and whatever.
It's all a trade-off. I mention it to you sometimes. I'll say, you got the Great Value bagels, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you may not give a fuck about the quality of the bagels, but then something else, you buy something good quality.
For example, I've said it on the show. Yeah. It's like I buy the high dollar eggs.
Yeah,
I'm spending almost $5
getting those golden brown eggs.
Yeah, and you vice versa probably buy like the no name brand, which is I used to do that.
BJ's brand white eggs. Yeah.
Comes out the same hole.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. So I guess just you pick your battles, and something that I always think about is, okay, if I do invest money into a nice pair of shorts, a nice pair of shoes, as long as I'm getting my use out of them and I'm wearing them constantly, weekly, whatever it is, then I feel like that price per use is something like a made-up thing. Well, maybe not be made up, but in my mind, it's kind of like a made-up thing. It's like, how often am I using it? Because if I'm paying like maybe 50 cents every time I wear it, you know what I mean? Versus
you, I think, are very critical about.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little over the top.
Because even when you bought like your meal replacement, you were like, oh, that's a, I can see where your price per meal.
Yeah,
and
meal
like,
basically.
Okay, I see that the purpose of it, but I would buy something, and that's just the difference is I would buy it and just be like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only $50.
What he's talking about is, so like sometimes I think about calories, right? And I'll think about Chipotle for a whole bowl that's close to 1,000 calories, like $8.50. Versus if I go to let's just use Chick-fil-A for example, I might pay $10, $11 for a meal, and I'm getting like 800 calories. So it's a little bit different. And then you could also compare quality of food. But if we're just talking about strictly calories, let's say you're bulking, thinking about the price per calories is kind of important, just because it adds up, especially if you're in like 4,000 or 5,000 calories. And so for the meal replacement, I was looking at it, it was like 500 calories roughly a serving, and it was something like $2 a serving. So if you kind of do the math, it might be like $4.50 for 1,000 calories. Not that I would pound 1,000 calories of meal replacement, but overall something to think about.
It lessens your food bill every week if you think about it. Though.
Yeah, but I don't know, little things like that. Versus here's the contrasting situation would be if you bought a really nice watch or a really nice pair of Jordans, right? And you only wear them 5 times out of the year because you can only wear them on a certain outfit. You don't want to mess them up. It's nice for the rare occasion, but unless you are big balling, you're spending money on a very expensive showcase item that's not really getting use. You're paying like $100 per use. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. So I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rams thought I was thinking about.
Well, you have a decent weekend?
I did have a pretty good weekend. Great workouts both days. I ran a little bit on each day. You know, running's been getting better. It's been getting better. I'm just trying to, like, again, throw everything but the kitchen sink, like, at recovery, doing my yoga, doing all that, taking my turmeric, everything like that. But no, pretty good weekend. Really good fight Saturday from, like, top to bottom, prelim through. So that was pretty exciting. Sunday didn't do too much. We kind of, like, low-key invited ourselves over to Maddie's family, so we got a free meal out of that.
Nice.
So that was good. And, yeah, weekends are pretty simple. I was thinking about it this morning in the shower. I really look forward to Mondays. Maybe because my situation where I get to come to, like, a business I own, it's a little bit different. But I just look at Mondays as start of something new, fresh week, fresh opportunity, or fresh chance for opportunities to come to you. You know, you never know what email might pop up in your inbox, or customer that could pop through, or order that could come through. And I feel like Monday's just, it's the start of the business week, so a lot of things that maybe, either people don't respond or don't do over the weekend, those can come back, resurface. So I'm always excited for Mondays. Kick it off with a good leg day workout. 285 for sets of 3 this morning. It felt pretty good. At first, it felt a little tight, but went well.
Nice.
Went well.
Good.
I saw you worked out early as well.
Yeah, this morning, yeah. I'd rather. So last week I was just getting wave after wave. It feels like just me not being able to, me not waking up, not being able to. I could have, just couldn't wake up last week, and it's still rough this morning. But I got up, felt great, knocked it out so I can, because I knew today was gonna be slammed. Like I got a client right after this, and then I got to go run some shit. So I just knew if I didn't work out in the fucking morning, my day was gonna be fucked quick.
Yeah,
royally.
Yeah.
But decent weekend. Me and the wife, we went down to the new property. Well, not the new. It's like the property we've had, but we just finally closed on it the other week. And so it's legally ours now. And went down there. We were going to make it a weekend, go down Friday, stay all day Saturday, work, maybe potentially stay Saturday night again. We were going to play it by ear and then go back again Sunday. But it was just brutally cold Saturday. So we went down Friday. Yeah. Enjoyed the...
Well, it snowed here Saturday.
Yeah, it snowed down there, too. Like, we woke up, light rain, and it turned to flurries. And the wind, it's an old-ass fucking house, man. So the wind, even though we had a heater in our room with the door closed, you just still felt like a draft. Like, almost wind, like your hair could, like, blow inside the room from the draft coming in through the windows because it was so old. So that woke us up pretty quick. And felt like the house was about to blow over because the wind off the creek was just crazy. Yeah. So we were like, hey, we're bouncing out of here. I'm not going to be miserable. I don't need to. I don't need to be down here today. So
yeah,
fuck it. But it was nice. Did that, and then we went and saw Batman. We talked about it a little bit before.
Did you get the roof done yet? We're still waiting on that.
No, well, now that we've closed on
it,
we're just figuring out when the contractors can put us on the books. Okay. And most of those dudes are like booked out a month in advance. Usually. So it's like fuck.
So what's left to do on it? Roof.
So I guess we've sort of structured it or listed it out like 1, 2, 3. First thing is the foundation.
Oh yeah, is that part of the kind of like that back porch you mentioned before? Yeah.
And until we get that done, we're scared to really work on anything else within the house because if that shit hit the fan, it could pull the house down.
Yeah,
or,
it could. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we have insurance on it now since we own it, so that's if it does fall down, it falls down. We get a new house. But we were kind of hoping a tree would fall on it with all this wind.
Oh, shit.
Because then we get a fresh start. But no luck on that. So we're moving forward with the house. But yeah, foundation. Then after that, the roof, which is going to be a guy that comes here. It's a gym member here, contractor. And then after that, pulling the trailer and in-ground pool out. And then after that, would be electrical work. So just not to say minor, but we're going to try to add some ceiling fans in the house, a few extra outlets because I guess back in the day they only had like one outlet per house. So you got to like have an extension cord if you want something plugged into your bedroom type shit.
There's an in-ground pool?
Yeah.
Is it like a shit show though?
Oh, what it is now, but back in the day, supposedly it was like bomb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like 8 foot deep in the deep end.
Nice.
Like big. Yeah, but no, they didn't take care of it for the past like 40 years. Yeah. So it's trees growing in it and shit.
Oh fuck. Yeah, one of those.
But like the foundation of it's still there.
Yeah.
But it looks rough.
Yeah.
But yeah. After that, man, we're so a little bit more transparency. So like we closed on it. We're getting loans, blah blah blah, straight. All that jazz. So we can pay off the uncle that we bought it from, and after that, we have a good chunk of money set to be able to get the basic stuff done, the foundation, the roof, even the trailers, but it would be a stretch. So we're looking to probably maybe even get another loan or some type of equity loan on the house to be able to like really knock it out the park and have everything we'd want done to it, like to be like feel more comfortable charging what we really want to charge for it. Without a pier, that's a big driving factor for like price, because if you're on the water, it's different than water access, because right now you really can't access the water unless you just jumped in from like the creek side, but there's no really way to get back in or get back out,
Yeah. Yeah, if it's marketed as that.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
people
you can go down
are
and
gonna
look
wanna
at the
bring
water,
their
but you can't
boat,
get in
yeah.
it. But so the pier would be a big deal, and that's we're assuming that would be
How is the water? Is it? I mean, I know it's not like Bora Bora clear.
No.
But is it a pretty decent creek, or
No, it's nice.
is it? How deep is it?
So we didn't realize this. Growing up, right at the end of the pier that's still there, we always put this wooden ladder in, and it would hit the mud at the bottom. And that ladder was at least like 12, 14 foot long. And so I would assume it'd be like 10 plus feet deep right at the end of the pier. But we had a pro fisherman, pro angler, this older lady on her kayak come by the other day. And she has like one of those depth finders on her kayak. And she was like, yeah, right out in front of y'all's pier, like another couple feet, it drops to like 24, 27 feet deep. I was like, holy shit, that's pretty deep. Mm-hmm. So it gets pretty deep, and it's pretty wide. I'd say it's like 40 yards wide, 50 yards wide. Yeah. So plenty of boats, plenty of big boats can come through there, and plenty of fucking fish, man.
Now left or right, would it lead to a bigger area for a boat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so to the left goes up creek, and it just narrows bottlenecks as you keep going up in there. To the right, it'd maybe be like a 5-minute drive by boat to take you to the Rappahannock River. So it widens up as you go down to the right. But yeah, man, it's still a lot of work to do, but excited because we finally got the legal wise everything done. So it's just getting
a lot of paperwork involved with homes.
Hell yeah, dude.
I know that.
And it's like, I'm sure some people that might listen have bought a house or whatever. It's my first time. I don't own a house.
Yeah.
So I rent an apartment. So like me going through this process at the title company, like signing like paper after paper after paper. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to need this money for this because we filed this and these deeds. And next thing you know, we thought we were only paying $15,000.
Yeah.
Turned out to be like 19 and some change. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, everyone's getting some money off your deal.
Yeah, getting some money.
That's how it works, yeah.
Oh, and a lawyer can only file this. You gotta pay the lawyer.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. I feel like everyone just is in on it, and that's just how it is, Yeah, there's so many fees out there asked for, like, looked at the paper fee. That's going to be $50,
exactly.
It's like random shit.
So what's your budget?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
But it's been good so far. It's a learning process, but it's been smooth.
One thing Maddie and I were talking about yesterday was, it's been 2 years now since COVID. Since it started.
It has been.
So it's an interesting time to kind of reflect a little bit, and it's funny because I said it to Maddie. I was like, not that there is no reason to, but I feel like unless you're immunocompromised or you have some serious risk factors, you shouldn't. Not that you should. You don't need to be wearing a mask around. I see more people wearing a mask than I feel like I should at this point where we're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like cases are down. It's not in the headlines anymore because I feel like the media's kind of moved on at this point. They're like, shit, 2 years, we kind of run this thing pretty dry. And for the most part, people, businesses, and law has moved on. But I saw another headline on Twitter of Pfizer's recommending a 4th dose for this upcoming, I guess wave we're gonna have, and I think things in Europe right now they're having like another little wave. But I feel like, listen, it is what it is. We're going to have little waves here and there, just like we do with, like, the flu every year. Not that it's the same, but it's going to be similar to the flu, where we're going to have spikes, I'm sure, here or there. But I think the main thing is just, if you got your vaccine, good. If you don't, good. And we just have to keep things rolling. And at this point, since we are 2 years deep, we have better medicine to handle it.
Yeah.
And we should continue to improve that medicine to handle it to where it becomes a relative non-issue.
That, and I think the biggest issue was obviously, treatment for it, but like hospital space was a big thing, like, oh, we're overflooded. But, my wife's a nurse, and, they've been seeing a lot more of just like regular shit come in besides just COVID,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's, I think now that the pressure's off the hospitals, which I'm sure they're always busy. They're always going to be busy with bullshit. But, like, the pressure's off a little bit more. I think, who the fuck are we?
Yeah.
Open her up.
Yeah.
Ordered.
We're nobody.
Order up.
No.
But who am I? But, like, I thought, like, the science, quote unquote, was like the masks were just kind of a show anyways, right?
Yeah, they basically said that unless it's is it the KN95?
Yeah, one of those.
Unless it's the KN95.
Ain't your mama's bandana.
Not just that, it's the KN95 and securely fit on your mouth, meaning like there's no gaps.
Yeah.
Unless it's that, they're doing pretty minimal.
Yeah.
And that's coming from what's the guy's name? Michael Osen something that was on Joe's show recently. He was on this show like at the beginning of the pandemic, and he's on Biden's like lead science team, whatever, for COVID. Clearly, I know a lot about this, but but anyway, a credible source basically said like, yeah, the masks for the most part, especially like the cloth ones, the pull-up scarves, whatever you want to call them, they don't do shit really, and it is what it is. But on another note, though, it's interesting because I feel like I mentally, and most people I think have, merged 2020 and 2021 into like 1 year because it just feels like it just flew by.
The 2020 was fucked.
Yeah, it just flew by so fast, and although I can look back and be like, damn, a lot has changed. I didn't own the gym. I was, just basically just quitting out of college. I mean, we'd only known each other for like a year at that time, something like that. And so much has like changed and in that time, so I can acknowledge what's happened in the past, but at the same time, it sped through pretty quick. And it's just interesting to kind of reflect kind of where you were, I guess, at that time and where things are today and where things are headed and all that. But just a random thought I had. I don't know if you had anything.
I don't reflect often. No. I don't do that a lot. I don't think. I mean, maybe
fuck mirrors. I don't like reflections.
Some people do, but I mean, I think there's people that do that. There's a balance to it because
you can't focus on the past.
I get so wrapped up and anxious and like wanting, like, to figure out what the next move should be or like what I should be doing, than like ever like being like looking back and be like, damn, like, and laying it out and be like, damn, I actually have done some shit. I think I'm so, not negative, but like I'm so like
nitpicky.
I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Which I truly believe that.
Yeah, I think there's a balance. I think it's cool to look back only to assist looking forward.
Yeah.
Something like that. So where, you can look back at a year and a half ago and like just moving into the spot and look at, okay, here's what products we had or what sales we were doing.
Yep.
And look at that and be like, okay, things are heading the right direction. That's only more motivation to keep the or the foot on the gas, and to push things further. So, not to rest on your laurels, but almost to use it as more fuel to continue your pursuit of improvement.
Yeah.
I think.
Which I just need to do.
Yeah.
From time to time, I just don't do it.
Yeah. But I think I had another topic. Yeah. I feel like you've been getting on a little bit, and then Maddie has as well, and I've been dabbling with ups and downs with it. But, making reels on Instagram is interesting, because I've been trying to, find out what the made-up kind of formula is, the algorithm, because it's interesting. You can use, like, the trending audio with a little arrow, like I've talked about, and sometimes those hit, but sometimes I feel like, it depends on how early you post as the trend's going up. Do you want to post it early as the audio is getting popular? Do you want to post it later when it's already more established and a lot of people are hopping on it? Does it matter? Should you put a bigger caption, shorter caption? I feel like there's so many different things, and I feel like for the most part, I'm just throwing spaghetti noodles, as you mentioned earlier, on the wall and just hoping some of them stick. And I'm just rolling with it, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking weird,
I'm rolling
man.
with the punches.
Because it's like, how far do you chase the audio versus just putting out what you want?
Yeah.
Because eventually, like, you can only ride, like, the spikes, but so far. I mean, they
Yeah.
help. They get you a following, but, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a balance. So, like, I'll post.
I mean, you're consistent. So
Yeah.
that's, first off, that's
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
Consistent at it.
Well, so what I've noticed is if I just keep posting how I normally do, some photos, some train stuff, that does well, and it's genuine, and it gets me slowly moving up the ladder, but it is slow. You know what I mean? So it took me, let's talk about 2021, that entire year basically to 2022. I might have gained like 1,500 followers, but in the past 3 weeks, basically, I gained a little bit over 3,000. Almost double my account just through having like 3 different like kind of reels for the most part, just kind of go viral from that standpoint. And so it's not that you can just throw everything towards virality and just forget your actual base of your content, but I think it's a little bit. It's kind of like draw them in with that, hope they stay for this. You know what I mean? A little bit of that. With the term be hook and ladder, I think I'm just making shit up.
Bait and hook.
Bait and hook. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Bait and hook. Yeah. So bait them with some viral shit where they laugh about my running, and then they're like, okay, this guy actually posts some other fitness kind. Gotcha. Yeah.
You're hooked.
But yeah, it's interesting with that. So I've been trying to dabble with a little bit of that, and like you said, find my balance of it, because I don't want to turn my page into just like clout chasing, because that's not what I'm trying to do.
I don't think you do.
But no, it's real
you've
content.
Been posting
I would
the same
post.
kind of shit. It's a little tweak to it.
Small tweak, yeah.
But instead of you doing like a swipe post of your workout, now it's just like hard cuts.
Yeah.
But you aren't really breaking down your workouts either. It's more just like motivational, I guess.
Yeah, it's motivational based, and I think I'm sticking with that kind of theme, but I'm also trying to keep myself ready to pivot, because I think, as we talked about with Abby Kane a while ago, was when, Instagram for a while, what was doing really well was like the swipe workouts where, it's a swipe a couple videos and you could see someone's workout. Then I think for a brief time, the reels were doing well when you show a workout. Now I don't think they do quite as well. So, you kind of have to find the times and find what works, because if you don't, you kind of get left in the dust, and maybe you have this huge surge of followers, but then you never get any more like the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And again, if you don't care about social media, then that's fine. It's a reasonable thing to think. But, if you are trying to move up the ladder as far as personal branding or social media or content creation, then obviously it does matter to you. But, yeah, it's just been interesting just because I feel like a lot of it is just chance. And the biggest thing always comes down to is like you said, consistency, and at least you're making an attempt. You're making content. Otherwise, if you never make anything, you never have a chance for it to get any traction, But it's interesting, though, because I feel like viral content is the only way to really grow. Because even if frickin', Drake shouted me out on Instagram, I might get like 10,000 followers just because he has millions of followers. But even that, then it dies. You know what I mean? So like you have to be able to hold your own weight and get your own your views. You can't rely on someone else to do it, or just for people to find you. They're not going to find you. You can have to find the people.
Yeah.
And there's so many social media accounts now that have so many followers that it's like the only way really to stand out is to make content that people can find like that. You know what I mean? Even if you have the best genuine supplement story, it's hard for people to find the brand unless it has, something like that.
Yeah. I agree. And it's, for me, I haven't felt, I guess I go through spots to where, especially the past 3 or 4 weeks, I not to like, I don't know what the mindset is of not to be like, oh man, I just barely made it through that workout, but it's like I'm pushing myself kind of through aches and pains and not feeling it.
Yeah.
Just working out. Like this morning, got in, felt fine, like just okay. Didn't feel like, oh man, that was the greatest workout ever. They haven't been like that, but so that's like one reason I probably haven't posted, because deep down in yourself, if the workouts aren't fire, then it's like
I feel the same way. I haven't really posted my recent runs because I feel like, relatives of me, they're short, they're slow. I'm still dealing with on and off days where things are a success or I bother something, and I don't even feel like posting it because I either feel down on myself or it doesn't compare to what I did in the past,
Yeah, I think that's usually living up to what I've probably, weights that I've done in the past or intensity that I've done in the past.
I get it.
Lately, it's been slow and steady. Yeah. Just making it through.
Yeah.
But hopefully or soon, not the transition, I'd still love to keep talking about this, but I gave blood this past Friday, blood work. So hopefully I have an appointment or a Zoom call on tomorrow, Wednesday.
To start your new thing, right?
Yeah. So I have a Zoom call with a doctor Wednesday through a rejuvenation clinic and hormone clinic, get some testosterone going, hopefully. And most likely it's going to happen. The guy I talked to on the phone, it seems like they just kind of pass this shit out.
Yeah. I think that's what they do now.
I think they ask you. They're like, hey, well, here's a rejuvenation clinic. How may I help you?
How much you want?
and then it's like, hey, I'm not feeling good. So you need some test?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got you.
Well, I almost feel like
it was that easy.
There's so many companies now, like popular one I'm sure you've heard of is Roman, right? For like ED or things like that.
Never heard of it. No, never.
No.
Roman?
Roman, yeah.
No.
Maybe they're just targeting me. They're like, this guy's dick don't work now. Works fine for reference. But, it's like popular company because, for whatever. They make more than just ED products. They'll have ones that Maddie was telling me she heard it on like the Call Her Daddy podcast where, what does it do?
Gets that thing stiff.
Oh, no, it's a numbing cream. Like, you can, numb your dick a little bit so you last longer. Yeah, something like that. I was like, I don't want to mess with that.
I don't really have a problem.
I don't have that issue now. But, anywho, point is, the company will prescribe you, actual ED medication over the mail or online. Yeah. And I've seen other companies do it with non-erectile products. But they'll basically, they can prescribe you online. You have a doctor online. It's interesting how this is, kind of legal, because over Zoom you could say anything. It's hard for them to verify whether you're actually having whatever issue or you're feeling whatever way you are. And you could probably get antidepressants, get SSRIs, get whatever you want, just by lying or telling the doctor whatever.
Yeah, and I think that comes to, it's not the patient's problem, it's the doctor, because since they have a license to I guess practice health and practice that, they can literally, it's all gray areas, it's like, oh, the patient feels like crap, so I'm just helping them. I'm helping them.
More accessibility. Anyone can get something that they need,
for sure.
and they can reach more patients. But con, you might be overdoing it for certain people, or they may be giving you and prescribing you medication you don't really need or shouldn't take. So
at the end of the day,
it just
it
made me think of it, though.
Because, the rejuvenation clinic, and maybe if I do start, not working with them as an athlete, but start working with them and getting my prescription through them, they were, on the guy on the phone was kind of low-key hard selling.
We have an ambassador program.
Sign up, join now, refer all your friends. But anyways, he was like, yeah, man, we got some sick, we got this Anavar, it's obviously, it's all prescribed. It's pharmaceutical grade prescription. He was like, yeah, we got Anavar. He's like, that's been great. I've been on that for 4 weeks, man. It's really awesome. We'll get you on some HCG too, so keep your nuts, functioning plump. And I was like, nah, dude. I was like, I haven't taken any of that shit in years. I just want test. He's like, we can do that.
Yeah, so it's okay to be a pussy. That's what he says. Yeah.
Hey, man, not everybody wants to be a rock star like me, dude. But he's naming off all the shit that they
married.
They got add-ons,
Yeah.
And so it's I felt like I knew I was getting pitched a little bit. So I was like, man, that's kind of fucked up because it's definitely a money.
I hate it when sales dudes try and sell you when you know the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not even hidden.
And I
it's
haven't
like,
even gotten in there
It's
yet.
like when my rep with Europa calls me. He tries to sell me. He's like, have you heard of this new energy drink or this product? Redcon won these drinks. I'm telling you, man, people really liking them. Let me know if you want to try. I'm like, no. I'm ordering what I want. So just sell me what I want and shut up,
And if you were a good salesman, if you really wanted to like indirectly upsell you, I'd send you like a sample pack or I'd send you one of them, or I'd send you
or be like, hey man, we just got these in stock. I think they're pretty good. I'm gonna throw some samples in your order. Let me know what you think. If not, no big deal.
Instead of hard selling, it's so much easier just to like hook somebody up, and most likely it's gonna convert. Most likely, if you actually fucking care.
If they want the product.
I get that, but like, wouldn't that be like a cool gesture? You'd be like, oh, dude, Jim at Europa's fucks because every time I buy something, he sends me a ton of samples of new shit.
Yeah.
Even though I don't buy them, but I really like Jim, so I order from him consistently because he always hooks me up.
Yeah.
But no, I hate getting on the phone with Jim because he's always trying to upsell
me.
So you see, hopefully, some salespeople out there listening. Maybe I'm not a professional sales.
It's like Comcast kept calling me, trying to like upsell me on my business plan, and I'm like, no. If I wanted a higher package, I would purchase a higher package. I don't need you to tell me, like, oh, I think you'd do great with. No.
You gonna pay the bill, bitch?
No, you called me to try and sell me on something. No, shut up. I'm already paying for your service.
God, man,
I hate that shit.
Cable.
I know, and I'm like, I'm trying to like hang up on you. Like one thing real quick. No, don't make me be that rude. Don't make me do it. You know what I mean?
Just do it.
One time I did. I don't remember if it was Comcast or it was someone else.
If you call back, you get somebody to know.
No, they called back like 3 times. I said, I'm going to block your number, so don't call back. I was like, dude, it's brutal. It's brutal out here.
Yeah. But circling back,
yeah.
So hopefully this Wednesday I'll give you an update on the next show, how that phone call goes. And I think that'll help me out. Not to say that that's I'm sure it's just mental and it's all like a big circle cycle that I'm going through, but like I haven't felt great. Like I haven't felt like my best in quite a few weeks. All my joints ache, very tired. I go to sleep, fell asleep at the fucking movies after drinking a Monster before we went in there. So it's like,
that's
definitely not
bad.
feeling my greatest. So we'll see. But I guess switching gears a little bit, because I'm all over the place, because I see it out the corner of my eyes.
I was gonna say, do you want to
pump?
I was gonna say update the pump. We can wrap it up, but
So guys and gals, we've mentioned it before, but if you're new or if you're just living under a rock, we have a new product coming to GymFlow. It is a pump product, GymFlow Pump. Keeping it simple.
Get pumped.
And excited for this one because it's 2 new flavors that aren't in any other
products. Goddamn, got me too.
We're going retard.
Oh, can't say that, dude.
Take it back.
All right.
But GymFlow Pump is coming out. We have 2 awesome flavors. I'm stupid excited for the Sour Sucker Punch, but I'm also digging the not Glacier Freeze. I almost called it that.
You just call it the Glizzy.
Glizzy. Yeah.
No, Doug.
Big
The Blue Blizzard.
Blue Blizzard. Say that 3 times fast. Blue Blizzard. Blue Blizzard.
That's not too hard to say.
That's not bad.
Yeah. The Sour Sucker Punch.
But
harder,
we're not knockoffs, but they're a what's the better word? Not imitation.
Stealing. No.
I'm trying to think of like what's the word.
They're inspired by.
Inspired by. Yeah. Some well-known brands and products that everybody loves out there, and we do obviously as well. And but that's just for the flavor aspect. This isn't talking about the performance. But excited for these. They should drop hopefully the first week of April.
Yep, early April. Both flavors should fuck. Both formulas, well, no, same formula, but both products with that formula should be providing some great pumps, great workouts. Non-stem pre, so I mean, you could use it and then either add in caffeine or stack with all or nothing, stack it with whatever pre-workout you're rolling with, or take it on its own, stack it with Overcome, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Got a lot of people excited because, some people don't like the stimulants. So this is going to be your opportunity to get all the performance aspects out of your pre-workout, but without the jitters, without any caffeine, without your heart rate getting elevated.
And what I like, too, about it is there's no beta-alanine in the formula.
No.
So that when you stack it, it doesn't overload you with tingles. Or if you took it on its own, it won't do that either.
Yeah.
Because I've found that to be an issue with some pump products.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So if you aren't already, make sure you sign up for the GymFlow newsletter on the site. It's right on the homepage. It's going to get you first dibs on the product and also any type of notifications that we're going to give out about the definite date of it dropping so you can claim yours. But in the meantime, guys, maybe in the next show we'll break down the formula just a little bit. We don't want to burn up too much time with it. Good. But so stay posted for that for the next one. But I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the show. If you have any thoughts about things we talked about, comment or let us know. Share the podcast.
Do reviews, like, I haven't been on, like, give us, I don't think it would hurt.
They help. They
help.
help.
Let us know what you think about us.
Yeah, I feel like spreading the word's good.
Yeah.
And let us know if you have any other topics or questions you want answered in the next podcast. We're always ready to talk some shit.
Give our 2 cents.
Things, yeah. All right, guys.
Yep. Next Monday. See y'all.